Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my beach party on Dragon Ridge Standard Battle. And really what I want to talk about today is just kind of like how I personally feel like I made my biggest strides of improvement. I remember the time where I thought 2000 damage was like an exceptional game. And then as I progressed, watched more videos, 2000 damage just became like a standard. And I was kind of frustrated that some people could get 2000 damage like without blinking, and then others like were disappointed when they got 2000 damage. And I'm talking like tier 6 and up, but mostly probably around even like tier 10. To get 2000 damage consistently really just takes patience. So it wasn't so much tier 10 as it was like the lower tiers. Getting 2000 damage was very hard earned in my opinion, and it still is. It just is easier now because of the knowledge that I have, I guess. But you still have to play intelligently and land your shots, be in position, things like that. But what really made it for me was being able to set damage goals for myself. And I don't know if I got that from someone else's video or if I just thought of it myself, which I doubt. I'm not that smart. But anyways, so the first thing I wanted to do was at least just get my hit points of whatever tank I'm in. And I'm talking my damage, not assist damage. Because I've always been one to be good at spotting, or at least just like frontline recklessness. I use Bino, Camo Net, so vision definitely has not been an issue. As long as I got people behind me supporting me, I could always get good assist damage. But the actual damage myself, like being up on the front line in dangerous locations, you run the risk of just being able to spot. So you poke your head up, keep them lit, your team farms them, whatever. But there's games that I just would not be happy with the damage that I put out. So after I set the goal of getting my hit points, each tank I'd go into battle kind of knowing what alpha damage I have and just doing the math on like how many penetrations do I have to get to hit my hit points, and then kind of play with that mentality. Now, I still played aggressive, but I just played smarter as far as like saving my hit points, more so evaluating the map and taking into consideration like how long do I think I need to stay alive to manage at least getting my hit points. And once I got better at that, I felt like it improved my game as a whole. And then the next thing was to try to hit 2000 damage consistently. And not to say that I do that now, but setting that goal, I probably stayed on that goal for a good 4 months, and I chipped away at like staying focused on trying to get 2000 damage. Like I did when I got my hit point goal, I would know my alpha damage, figure out how many penetrations it'd take to get 2000 damage, and then I'd work my way up from there. And like I said before, it was really tier 6 to tier 9, but you could throw the 10s in. Like when I was in my 10s, I was like, I at least have to get 2000 damage. If I don't get 2000 damage in my tier 10, then I failed my team. But really, if like I'm in my mouse, my hit points are more than 2000, so I needed to get more than that. If you understand where I'm going, I feel like I'm going off on a tangent there. So anyways, once you hit 2000, then you can progress it up even more, 3000. And once you get better at consistently getting damage, in my case, I mean, the assist damage came easy for me, besides like tracking. So I was good at spotting, but shooting drive wheels was never one of my fortes. And if you want to get ace tankers, the assist damage is definitely something where you can improve your game at. So if you go back and look at this game, I tracked a 705A up in the sniper hill, and my team absolutely obliterated him. I had 3,000 damage pretty much at the beginning of the game from spotting and tracking. There I tracked the T-32A, knowing that my team was about to farm him. So since they're going to farm him, I can only get, 200 damage alpha in this thing. So rather than getting 400 potential damage of my own, I can farm a whole T-32, get 50% of the experience just by tracking it. So getting used to shooting drive wheels, especially if you're 2 tiers down, put a HE in, slap the drive wheels off. You can get a lot of experience doing that, help you in your grinds. But mainly just as improving on a player, what my point was just setting damage goals for yourself. If you are struggling, you feel like you're not getting the damage output you want, go into the battle knowing what your damage goal is, kind of how many penetrations you think you need, and play it that way. Now, I don't mean sit in the far back and hope that you can get your 10 penetrations before the game is over. It's not so much changing up your style as it is paying attention, being aware of the map, knowing when to take risks. And it's going to take some give and take, push and pull. You're going to have to try to do certain things, but then once you start to get comfortable with that, you'll notice that your damage output consistently goes up. So we only do 2,000 damage here in a tier 8, but we have to pick up 5,000 assist damage. So if you're having an ace tanker in the beach party, that's really all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.